My starting point, my plans for the cut, like why I'm doing the cut, etc. Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be the first episode in my series, cutting series, whatever you want to call it, because I have started a cut. So yeah, basically I thought today I would talk a bit more about my starting point, my plans for the cut, like why I'm doing the cut, etc. Show you bits of food. I'm not going to do like a full day of eating, but just show you some things I eat throughout the day. Like right now it is, 1 second, it is like 1:10, so obviously I've already eaten, but yeah, I'll just show you like some things that I eat, what I'm doing, and then just kind of keep you on board for that, partly to keep me accountable to it, but also just to kind of show you. I know lots of people have like desk jobs, like 9-to-5 jobs, and yeah, although technically a personal trainer, my job is literally like completely sedentary. It's like me sitting at a desk for 10 hours a day, sometimes even more. So yeah, it's well, sometimes 12 hours a day actually. So basically I just want to show you that even if you have a job that means you don't really get to move around a lot, you don't have to go crazy to be able to cut, and it's just about kind of working around what you can. Also, I mean, please excuse my curtain bangs, I'm having a nightmare with them. Basically I got them done and I was like, oh, that's fun, and realised afterwards I don't actually know how to style them without curling my whole hair. So obviously I've sorted them out and haven't curled my hair. So if anyone has any tips on how to actually make curtain bangs look nice without curling my whole hair, then please help a girl out and let me know. But I hope you enjoy the video. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and remember to like this video, and yeah, we'll get started with some lunch, I think. Some spaghetti, some mince, basically some spag bol left over from last night. Obviously I haven't tracked it exactly, I didn't cook it, whatever, but like you don't have to track everything to the gram to do a cut or to do anything. Just like a rough idea, and to be honest I've tracked for a long, well, I've had lots of time off tracking as well, but I have tracked a lot in the past, so I know roughly kind of what's in what, so I can estimate this pretty accurately. And yeah, and then that's enough, because the thing is, if you set yourself up for kind of failure in the way of expecting to track everything gram for gram, what happens when you go for a meal out, or what happens when someone cooks for you, or what happens when you forget how many grams you put in? You know, you have a big panic and be like, oh, I've ruined the whole thing, when in reality you probably haven't at all. So throughout this whole cut I will be pretty relaxed with, you know, how I'm tracking, and yeah, like I should still see the same results. Obviously I'm going to be like a bit more aware than I would be otherwise, because I am trying to track and I'm going to put it into MyFitnessPal, but as an estimate. So that's how I plan to approach the whole thing, just in a really kind of relaxed but committed manner. Relaxed but committed, that's what we're going to go for. So yeah, I'm going to eat this now, and then I will probably talk to you quickly about what my plans are with the cut, and then I've got to do a couple of things like making some recipes. I need to try and do some more of my exams, my pre and postnatal qualification, which I should have finished, but I just haven't had time or energy to finish the exams. I've done most of them, or half of them, and yeah, so I'll talk to you about that after I've eaten this. What is wrong with this chair? This is why you don't let your boyfriend sit on your chair. What? I nearly died. So after that near-death experience, I thought I would just talk you through what I'm doing with my cuts. So technically started on Wednesday. It's today, Sunday. My watch didn't even tell me that. I just figured it out. Yeah, today is Sunday the 5th. Technically started on Wednesday, but basically last weekend we were in Poland, and I really messed up my knee because we had to go down about 500, 600 steps in the salt mine. Because of my bad knee, I thought, I'll hop down 500, 600 stairs. Ended up screwing up the other knee, but I went to physio last week and I've got some exercises to do. Turns out basically I have an underlying problem anyway, and then I think just from the impact was why it was kind of so bad. So I've been doing my exercises, doing my stretches, and that's something I'll probably just need to keep an eye on for the foreseeable future, really, like for months, but it's definitely getting better. Today is the most pain-free it's been. It still is a bit when I walk, but it's not too bad. And I've done, I'll show you my watch. Okay, so today I've done about 9,000 steps so far, which considering it's 2 p.m. really is not bad, and yeah, my knee's been kind of pretty alright for that. Yeah, I'm obviously happy with that because my goal was to walk 10k steps a day, not because it's a magic number, but it's just quite, it takes me about an hour and 15 minutes to do that. It's a good amount of time to have activity in, and because when I'm working out normally my watch will record a couple of thousand for that anyway, so you know. So that's the plan, 10,000 steps a day. I haven't been doing that up till now, but I've been building it up. So I did 4,000, 4,000, 5,000, 9,000 today. But by the end of the day, walking around the house and walking to my car and back, probably I'll hit 10,000. And then from tomorrow, which will be a Monday, we all love starting things on a Monday, I'll be able to really hit it consistently. So far this week, all I've really been doing is nutrition and steps-ish, building them up, but I did an upper body workout as well. But from Monday, I'm going to basically do my workouts as well. So the plan with workouts, I was going to do 3 lower a week, but realistically I've been struggling to fit them in, I think because we've done lots of weekends away, and yeah, I don't think it's realistic right now for me to aim for 5 resistance sessions a week, and I just got to a point where I wasn't enjoying it so much. So going to do 2 lower, so I've kind of combined the third into the others. 2 lower sessions, 1 upper session, 1 conditioning, but upper focus conditioning, so I'm still hitting it twice a week, and then 1 cardio, because I've got a bike at home, so if I like really can't be asked to go to the gym, or I don't have access to a bike, then, or any cardio machines, I can do it in my shed. So I'm making it sustainable for me, and one thing that I always preach with my girls, no matter what their goal is, for anyone that I coach, I always say, like, this program needs to be achievable and sustainable for you, because if you've given yourself 6 sessions a week and you know that you can't get to the gym 6 times, you're just going to feel like a failure week after week. And especially when doing something challenging like a cut where you do need to stay consistent over time, then it makes sense to have something where you know you can smash it, because that feeling of I ticked off all my workouts this week, I ticked off all my steps, is going to build more confidence that you can do it. And the more you feel you can do it, the more effort you're going to put in, the more you're going to see results, and that's, you know, why it needs to be so sustainable. So 4 sessions with the cardio, so technically 5, but 4, and it also means that if I had a day where I couldn't work out or something, then I can hop the cardio onto another day. I am also planning on doing a little bit of cardio after my upper session, because it's not quite an hour, but I might just wait and see how the knee is this week. I don't want to go too crazy, so I'll kind of see how that feels. It was going to be Stairmaster, but maybe I'll start off on a bike just to make sure that the knee's alright, and then move to Stairmaster. So that's the plan, nothing crazy, 10,000 steps a day. Not sure if I want to share calories or not, to be honest. I mean, okay, for now I won't share them, they're not ridiculously low, and I'm finding it so easy because basically since I was ill for that long period of time, about a month or so ago, I just lost my appetite and I was trying to still gain, and it was just really impossible really. I was really trying, but it just, yeah, it wasn't fun. I was just having mostly liquid calories, trying to eat where I could. So I'm really not struggling with the food, and also to the point where actually, like last night, I had to make a point of making myself extra food so that I did actually hit my calories. So right now, just because of whatever's gone on with my body, I'm finding the nutrition so easy, which is always a part that I struggle with. So that is the plan, and yeah, I thought I would do, maybe every other week I'll do kind of like a cut update for this series, maybe kind of just say, okay, this is how much measurements have changed, etc. And yeah, again, I just want to show you that you can fit it around a busy life. Like everything is just hectic. I work really long hours, again, not being active, so I really am going to have to make a point. I'm also doing this in December and January, which is like the worst months to cut because the weather is like cold and crap. But again, I want to show you that if you want to do something, I want to show myself, if you want to do something, you can make it happen, and all these other things are just excuses. So one huge tip I have, which I did this morning, is get steps in on a treadmill, you know, because this morning it was raining. If I'd left it till later in the day, right now, like, I just would not want to go out for a walk. So I dropped Jay at work, which is kind of near my gym, went onto the gym as soon as it opened in the morning, about 8 AM, and smashed down on the treadmill, listened to a really interesting podcast. If you haven't listened to my podcast, then make sure you do. It's the Train with Abs podcast, and currently on Spotify. I'm going to have a new episode released tomorrow, so every Monday, which I have to record today because I'm a bit late this week. So yeah, basically I just got them in on the treadmill. I got about 8,000 in, and then kind of the rest is just walking around the house. But to me that was so much more comfortable, and the time just goes because you're listening to a podcast or watching some YouTube or whatever, and it's already done. Like I said, it's what, 2 PM, and I've done 9,000 steps. So my preference is always to feel ahead of the day. If you get to the end of the day and you've just finished a day of work, obviously today's a weekend, but you finish a day of work and then you've got your workout and then you've got all your steps to do right in the evening, you're not going to want to do that. So main tip for cutting is get ahead of yourself. Either do your workout or some steps before you even start work. Maybe try and do a little bit of something at lunchtime. Doesn't have to be a huge 10k walk. It could literally be like 1,000, 2,000 steps just to build it up a bit, and then do the rest in the evening, whatever you've got left. So yeah, I'm buzzing for this. I'm doing it, well, why I'm doing the cut, I'm doing it because first of all I want to get leaner. You know, I think there's now there's almost like a stigma against cutting. I know because I've been gaining for pretty much a whole year, aside from a 4-week mini cut and then times of being ill, and I got so many disgusting messages from people when I did my 4-week mini cut, even though my calories were still like, for parts of it was like above 2,000 anyway. It wasn't even low, wasn't doing anything crazy. But yeah, you know, as long as you're doing it in a healthy way, you're doing it in a sustainable way, and mentally you're healthy, physically you're healthy, why not? If you want to feel a bit leaner, do it. You know, the only time it'd be a problem if it is, you know, you're not in the right place mentally or physically for it, or you're doing something that could, you know, damage you in some way. But I feel so much better for doing this. I lost my drive for building muscle just because it had been so long, and I've got this holiday, basically, well, holiday, I'm going to work through it, but it's like a trip, should we call it, to Central America in February. So I just think, you know, I would really like to tick this off for that, go on that trip and feel like, you know what, you know, I do feel a bit leaner and I worked really hard and I feel good for it. So not that happiness necessarily comes from fat loss, but if you want to do it and you can do it in a healthy way, why not? So that's basically why I'm doing it. But another main reason is I do want to feel more active. Like I said, my job means that I can literally just sit in my room all day working, which is pretty much what I do, which I don't think has been good for me. So I'm doing it because now I have a reason to be getting in my step. Obviously, you know, that is a reason in itself, but it wasn't enough to push me. So if I've got this as my goal, I'm going to be doing more steps, I'm going to be doing more cardio and just feeling a bit more active and healthy in general. So already, just in a couple of days, the shift of my goal and my focus has made me feel so much better and so much more excited about things and so much more productive, because I have to get these things in my day. So I'm buzzing, and yeah, now I'm gonna do some work for my exam, drink my Coke Zero, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay, so I just finished dinner with my family and it was like a beef pie with potatoes, gravy and veg. So I had that, and then I also had some seconds as well of the pie because I was still hungry. So I'll roughly track that and then probably have something again before I go to bed. Again, today wasn't like a full day of eating, but just kind of a few bits here and there of what I had. I've actually done my 10,000 steps. I'll show you now. There we go, so 10,044 steps today. So yeah, I actually smashed it. My knee feels alright, so yeah, hopefully my knee will be fine this week. So yeah, basically from tomorrow, which is Monday, I'm going to be getting into the workout side of things again, getting my 10,000 steps a day, and I will film like an update soon, maybe just kind of say how the fat loss side of things is going. Obviously it's only been a couple of days, so not expecting anything mad yet. I don't have specific goals in terms of I want to lose X kilograms or X centimeters, but just I want to get leaner, I want to feel good, and I want to feel more active. So thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next video, and have a fantastic week.